back to Nissan Arena for the HART Sapphire Series 2020 round 10 matches. We have been here all weekend. We've had a double header, and today we are in match number 5 of 6. It's the USC Thunder taking on the Gold Coast Bull Sharks, the Bond Bull Sharks. And joining me in commentary today is none other than Jets sharpshooter Lucy Benjamin. Lucy, you sealed the minor premiership with a great win over the Cougars. And now we're about to watch the Sharks, who unfortunately can't make the finals, take on the ever-improving and climbing up the ladder Thunder from the sunny coast.
It'll be a really interesting game. You know, Thunder are kind of finishing this season as real contenders. Bull Sharks, obviously, well, this will be their last game for the season, so they'll want to finish it on a positive one. Mathematically, can't make the top 4 where they're sitting, but Thunder are finishing this season really strong, and they'll want to continue their winning ways.
A loss yesterday to the Cougars meant the Bond University Bull Sharks, even if they win today, get 18 competition points, can only finish on 60, and that means the Wildcats will definitely make the 4 ahead of them. So that's the table there. You guys secured the minor premiership with a heart-stopping victory today, but you got the job done eventually, and pretty impressive effort by you guys. So today we will, the last time these two teams met was the Thunder 44 and the Bull Sharks 38. It was a 6-goal win to the Thunder. And if I recall, that was their first win of the season. So it's a battle of the coasts, North versus South Coast. I'm a North Coast fan myself. What about you?
Yeah, I'm definitely backing the Thunder today. I think the form that they've been playing with these last couple of weeks is just incredibly improving since they've had those players come back from the Lightning.
So there's the Thunder lineup. Annabelle Laurie at shooter, Binny and Hunt the GA. They've been combining very well. Ali Wilshire is the wing attack. Chloe Litherland is the centre. Lily Mae Catling comes into wing defence. She's had a late change with Ashley Unai, who's gone back to GD. Seraphina Wolf is the goalkeeper, leaving a bench of Chloe Bingham, Josephine Hungerford and Adrienne Keith. Coached by Gary Passion, the assistant is Roxanne Osborne and Bernie Tui, the manager. So the Bull Sharks lineup will be pretty typical for them. It is indeed. Steph Bairstow's at shooter, Ella Bertacchini the GA. Mid-court looks like Riley Burns at wing attack, Kristen Oxenford at centre. The lady with the speed, Ava Black at WD, Emily Gilbert maintains a spot at GD, and Shanae Grant, the keeper. Lee Alder is the sub, as is Abby Houston, and young Mackenzie Jordan will be the spare shooter. Cheryl Burns, the coach, Beck Fullman, the assistant, Nicole Cusack is also an assistant, and Darlene Karen is the manager for that team. Umpires for this one, the 5 o'clock game, is Di Fawcett, Rachel Thomas, and Cara Winnebaum is the reserve. That's Cara on the far right. She did the game with you.
She did, and a phenomenal job as well.
She told me you back-chatted her.
Sorry?
She told me you back-chatted her.
Yeah, I always do.
Well, that's good. Nothing changes coming in the finals. Well done. So everything's in readiness. We just got to do. I would like to respectfully acknowledge the Turrbal, the Jagera and the Yugara peoples, the traditional owners and custodians of the land on which this event is taking place, and elders past and present and emerging. So with the semi-finals all locked up, do you think the Coast can pull a bit of an upset on the? If they win this, it'll be 4 straight to the sunny coast side.
Yeah, look, I think the Thunder, as I said before, I think I'm definitely backing the Thunder. They're going to want to come out really strong, continue that form into semi-finals. But at the same time, the Sharks aren't going to want to finish the season on a loss. They've played some really tough games and had some good wins over the last few weeks, and they'll want to take one more out for their last game of the season.
So everything's in readiness. The Sharks are in the dark blue. They'll be going from left of your screen to the right. The bright yellow and sky blue is of the Thunder, and they'll be going from right to left. It looks like the Bull Sharks will have the first centre pass. What's your tip, my dear?
I think it'll be Thunder. I hope that the Bull Sharks don't let them take it to double figures, so I'll say Thunder by 9.
Thunder by 9. I think they're just playing too well at the Thunder. I just can't see the Bull Sharks getting there, but I think the Thunder might win by a little bit more than 9, to be honest with you. So I think the tyres might have been... I'm
just hoping it'll be a closer game.
The air might have been deflated out of the tyres for the Bull Sharks. That loss yesterday put them out of the comp, and who knows what happens. But good luck to them, and hopefully they play well, and we have an exciting match. Join us at any stage you want through the coverage. We have the sapphireseries.com.au. That's where all the news, views and interviews, and for interaction, HART Sapphire Series on the Facebook page.
And just like that, Ashley Uni scraps Queen, takes a tip, picked up by Serafina Wolf, and Thunder turn over the first Bull Sharks centre pass.
Oh, you know the scraps Queen is back.
She messaged me last night. She said she's going to get shirts made.
Oh, really? That's exciting. So, well, she's just picked up a contract, I believe, with the Sunny Coast Lightning. Is that correct?
Oh, great work. Emily Gilbert answers that intercept back.
So
Sharks have the chance to score first again.
So Gilbert's worked her way into the starting lineup in this team. She's had it for the last 6 weeks and has done particularly well, combining well with Grant and the speed of Ava Black at WD. So a great shot there by Bertakini. Gets the first for the Bull Sharks. They lead 1-0. And nothing but net on that shot. And Ava Black does well, but unfortunately it falls back to Wilshire. Looks in, finds Littleland. A little bit of a box zone at the moment.
Sharks defenders are doing really well of clogging up that centre space there in that Thunder circle. They're forcing the players wide and high, not giving them an easy centre channel option.
So loose take there by Binny and Hunt. She couldn't rip it in. Sees the Bull Sharks with it. They go long, find Burns. And back to Gilbert. Burns again, the old give and go. Couple of hands in the back.
Great rotation of the circle there. Opens a space up at the top for Bertakini.
Bertakini steps in, shoots, and gets her. Oh, no, doesn't. Sorry, I called it too early. Doesn't get a second. It falls to Wolf. She in turn finds Littleland. And the ball back with the Bull Sharks. With the Thunder.
Bull Sharks really put a great defensive pressure there on the Thunder, bringing that out of their defensive end. They weren't able to get an easy transitional open up down the court there. They had to force it back and forth until they could finally penetrate that goal third for the Thunder.
They're doing it again now. Just watching you put your contacts in. My Lord, my eyes are starting to water just watching. So Wilshire gets it to Hunt. I'll do the commentary for a little bit while you get ready. Hunt shoots with that unusual style and ties it up at ones. So Bull Sharks and Thunder 1 each. The Battle of the Coast, North versus South. And we're all tied up early stages, first quarter. So the battle that was Steph Bairstow tried to fire it into Bertakini, a hand in there by the Scraps Queen. And, tricky pass round the post, does well, finds Bairstow.
Play.
She shoots and scores. 2-1 Bull Sharks. We've played nearly 3. So the ball coming down fast now for the Thunder on the right-hand side of the court. Binny and Hunt in the pocket, kicks it back. You all good now, there? Can you see?
Yeah, I can see
Excellent.
again now.
Welcome
We're good.
back. So
there we go. Great drive there by Annie Laurie and really strong take. Shanae Grant's really going to ride her. Shanae's a really physical goalkeeper. She'll stick hard on the body and make it really difficult for Annie Laurie to get that nice clean space she enjoys.
So we're all tied up at 2s. We've played nearly 3. And just over 3.
Great pressure there from Serafina and Ashley in that circle.
So the shots missed by Bairstow won't count. There was an obstruction on the play. And she'll get a second chance. Shoots long and a beautiful technique. The shot goes in. And boom shagalaga, the Sharks by 3. Of course, they won last week. They beat the Wildcats. Had to win yesterday against the Cougs.
Lovely centre pass play there from the Thunder. Good swing across the court to Ali Wilshire and opened up to Annie Laurie under the post. That's the play that we've been seeing from them those last couple of weeks. Their wins against Cougars and Tigers yesterday.
So Laurie makes no mistake on the shot. And the ball with the blonde Bull Sharks, and Bertakini keeps their nose in front by 1. Great start both sides, Lucy.
Yeah, like I said, I really think Bull Sharks are going to want to hold on to this. This is their last-ditch effort for the season to finish off on a positive note. They're not going to want to let Thunder run out on top of them. So,
of course, next week's semis up at Morrow Field. We'll have all the details on our website and Facebook page throughout the week. As Laurie gets another one, both teams started well, settled well. We've had 4 each. We've only played 4 minutes, nearly 5. So Bertakini works herself into it through Burns. Oh, the give and go. Looked one way through the other. And the no-look pass works for Bairstow. A great shot.
Does really good work there from Bairstow to block out. Obviously Serafina Wolf had committed to that front ball. She boxed Ashley Unai out in that back space and was able to take the ball easily under the post.
So the swing across. Our names have just popped up randomly.
Just a reminder.
Yep. So the 5th goal to the Thunder ties us up at 5s. We've played 5.5, and both teams just going through it at the moment. Bit of ping pong.
Really just going through the motion. After Binny Hunt gets a great tip there. It's picked up by Kristen Oxenford. They're just playing really smart, settled netball, both teams. They're being quite patient with their ball. Are not forcing long balls or spraying balls over the baseline. They're just playing smart, settled netball. At the end of the day, I think both teams are locked into where they are on the ladder. This game's not going to change the position of either of them.
So, just got a message from Nolly Neat. Wants to know who the commentators are. You must have a fan. My name's Dave Mills, and of course I'm joined in commentary by sharpshooter Lucy Benjamin, who plays for the Jets and is a former Fusion player. So now you're up to date with everyone. So, Binny Hunt takes a shot. Will she tie it up? Oh, an obstruction call on Grant. And she falls short. Grant gets the rebound. No, Laurie rips it out. It's her
Great
ball.
Strong take there by Laurie. Both Shanae and Annie took that ball at the same time. It was going to be a battle of who drilled it in stronger.
Bit of music there to keep you entertained at home. It's 6-all, 8:22 to play in the first.
Great pressure there. It was well done on a V defence there with Lily Mae Catling and Ashley Una. Got a hand in it. It was well picked up by Serafina.
So... Oh, a contact call there. No play on. Unai, the scraps came with it. Kicks it out to Laurie. Does well. Gilbert onto her. In her face. Stretches. And Laurie, a lovely shot. First break of centre pass goes to the Thunder. 7-6. They lead now. Their centre next. That was a lovely shot by Laurie. That
was lovely. As we saw in the game yesterday, she started to settle a lot earlier in her games compared to the start of the season. She's coming on really strong and settling into those shots and finding her rhythm.
Making good decisions.
Great. As talk about bad decisions, just a poor space on that delivery there from Ali into Annie, and it was picked up beautifully by Shanae Grant, giving Bull Sharks an opportunity to even the score up again.
So Grant read it well. The ball back with the Bull Sharks. They get a chance to tie it up at 7s. And Bairstow does. Their centre next. Looks like this could be a close one. Watch it on replay. Grant, she sees it, she picks it and says, thank you, I'll have that for breakfast.
Yeah, so Annie Laurie's just moved out of that space too early. She conceded. She had a really good hold, but conceded that space, moved out of it and let Shanae come through and take that ball.
So Unai gets another turnover for the Bull Sharks. Sorry, for the Thunder. And we're all tied up at 7s. Binny Hunt's got a chance to give them the lead again, and she does. It's been no more than 1 at any stage in this match. And it looks like it's going to be changing scoreline regularly. Leading will change all the time.
Oh, great tip there from Kristen Oxenford. Well read. Unable to. It's one of those games. The fall of the ball is going to the Thunder, it seems, and picked up by Lily Mae Catling.
So the swing across to Hunt. She throws it to no one. Laurie can't run it down. And the Thunder had a chance to go 2 up there. Don't take it. Grant with it now. So Coach Passion wouldn't be happy with what he's seeing with his side at the moment. A little bit loose.
I think a lot, and compared to previous games that we've watched both of these teams play, they look a little bit flat, and it may just be a bit of fatigue after playing the game yesterday. None of these teams, and especially because ANL hasn't been played this year, no one would be used to playing these double-header weekends, so there may be a bit of fatigue happening.
Annabelle Laurie shoots and scores, and just noticed on the stream, Dan Ryan watching all the way from the UK. He's now the Rhinos coach, their inaugural year. Dan, the former Thunderbirds coach, also the Australian former men's captain, is watching all the way from they call it the Big Dart, is that what they call it? The UK, the Big Dart? I don't know. But he's in the UK anyway.
I would say just the motherland.
The motherland. Okay. I have no British blood in me, but... So, welcome, Dan. I hope you're enjoying the coverage. As the Bull Sharks get one back, it's 9-8 in favour of the Thunder. Dan, of course, did some commentary for the Com Games for Channel 10 back in the day. So, I hope he's impressed with what we're saying.
Hope so. Dan, comment if you're giving us the tick of approval. Come on.
Oh, Benny and Hunt, 1, 2, 3. She works it in, gets herself in a good position, and that unusual style of hers, but very effective, keeps the lead to 2 for the Thunder.
You can see the Sharks defenders really focusing their play on Annie Laurie, and Binian's almost got that free run at the front of the circle. That's the second or third time she's done a really nice, easy 1-2 movement and fed herself in and out.
So another turnover to the Thunder gives them an opportunity to lead by 3. It'll be their centre next. Ooh, almost a stepping call there. Oxenford clashes bodies. And back we go. Reset here for the Thunder.
Really nice little triangle play there from Annie. Gets herself into the circle. She doesn't worry about feeding herself in because she'll finish that shot off regardless. And we have a Thunder centre pass.
So the biggest lead of the match is 3. It belongs to the Thunder. Speaking of big leads, you guys led by 10, and all of a sudden the Cougars brought it back to 1.
You can never, and I've said this in every game I've commentated on the Cougars, you can't ever get complacent with them. You can't ever think that any lead is big enough over the Cougars. And luckily we were able to bring it back a little bit and to hold our lead and to take that win. But yeah, we're really happy with that game. Obviously need to work on that consistency.
So, and the ball back with the Bull Sharks. They trail by 4.
Ooh, hand in there by Ashley Unai. Bull Sharks will keep. There we go.
A couple of your teammates relaxing.
Some Jets resting their
rehydrating, perhaps.
Resting their sore feet after the game.
There's your captain there on the left.
That captain and vice captain, that is, Brookie and Steph.
Excellent work. So the ball back with Bertacchini. She shoots long and scores. A great shot by her. Margin back to 3. We've got 3 to play the first.
It's a great job by Bull Sharks here. You know, Thunder have had a few opportunities to blow this score out. They've had a number of turnovers, and the Bull Sharks just aren't letting them run away with it like Thunder have done in those last... Oh, well read by Sinead Grant. Great tip. Unfortunately, unable to be picked up by the Sharks. Thunder have another go at it.
So the goal from Bertacchini, it was a momentum shift for Mizuno, and Laurie can't get this one. She'll get a second chance on the obstruction call. And makes no mistake, don't give her 2 chances. She leads by 4, gets the Thunder to 4, 13-9, and we have a coach killer. It's a break. I think it was called on Burns or Bertacchini. I think it might have been Burns. And the Thunder with it now stream down the court. Contact call here on Black. And the ball back with the Thunder. This is a big shot for them. To get the lead to 5 with 2 to play would be huge. Hunt works herself into a nice, easy position and shoots and misses badly, but Laurie gets it, saves it, kicks it back.
Arnott picked up well by Ava Black, and it looks like a contact call there on Ali Wilshire, so Sharks will hold that possession.
So away we go. We're back with the Bull Sharks. They keep the margin at 4. They need a goal here. Black drives. She has plenty of speed to burn.
Sharks really struggling to penetrate that trend, their forward transverse there. Really great pressure there from Binion and from Ali Wilshire in wing attack to defend all the way down to that transverse line. Great tip there from Little and picked up by Bairstow. She'll get another try at it though.
So she shoots and doesn't score. Both players now out of play. Obstruction call on both Unai and Wolf. And at the third attempt she scores. And margin back to 3. We've got a minute to play. The ball is with the Thunder. And away they go. A turnover here to make it exciting for the quarter. Oh, Benny and Hunt, brilliant.
Really lovely play there by the Thunder.
She floated through the air like a butterfly. And that goal keeps the margin at 4. Oxenford with it. She's got 50 seconds to score. Bertacchini looks long, finds Bairstow. Looking a bit rushed. Maybe they're going for a 2-for-1. Hands in there.
Great tip there from Little and picked up brilliantly by Serafina.
So now we're right there. So now the Thunder have a chance to lead by 5 and get 2-for-1 here. They got 27 seconds to score. Their centre next.
More than enough time here to
Oxenford does well, but eventually call for the obstruction. 18 seconds. They need to hurry, or they won't get the second chance. Now they actually need to do the opposite and slow it right down, and they do. They go out to the triangle for no other reason but to use time.
Great balance, great rotation of the circle there from Annie. finished off well.
So Annabelle Laurie scores, and that will be all that happens for this quarter. Smart play there by the Thunder, and then they used the clock beautifully, kicked it out, went to the triangle offense, didn't need to, but did just to use up 7 or 8 seconds in that play.
That was really smart play, and that's, you could tell that'd be something that they'd work on at training. It's something that we do at training, those timing scenarios. It's smart.
Yep.
Smart netball.
They're a young team playing like veterans at the moment, and they lead this one by 5. Thunder settled first. Again, another good quarter for them. They're now, earlier in the season, they're only scoring sort of 12s, 10-12s. Now they're scoring 15-16 per quarter and looking at 60-point games. So they are the big improvers.
They are. They're really building, and we mentioned it yesterday as well, in that they're really benefiting from having, Annie Laurie, Binion Hunt, and Ashley Unai back from that lightning training environment. So they're building every week.
Just going to take this opportunity. We're not going to a commercial break until half time. I'm just going to take this opportunity. Unbeknownst to me, the coach of the Bull Sharks is none other than Cheryl Burns. The name sounded familiar to me. I did some digging. She's actually a Silver Fern. She played from 1990 to 1995, attended the World Games in The Hague, and ironically, her assistant coach is Nicole Cusack. They played on each other.
There you go.
Cusack was a goal attack for Australia, and Cheryl Burns was a wing defence for the Silver Ferns. So that was a pretty impressive thing. She's also a triple international. She went to the Tall Ferns, had a dream of going to the Olympics, so she played for the Tall Ferns in basketball. Unfortunately, Australia kept knocking them out, and they could never qualify for the Olympics. And then, so she thought she'd give lifesaving a crack, and she represented New Zealand in lifesaving as well. She is a triple international. There's a lot of dual internationals around, 2 sports.
But triple's
I can't think
pretty...
of another triple international.
No.
And I'm sad to say I know a fair bit about sport, and I can't think of any triple internationals. So that is a super impressive effort. I'm a bit disappointed that Cheryl told me only today.
I go
down there every week. I say, give me a story. We want to talk about your club.
Tell me your life
something.
Story.
And they tell me about an injury or a cracked toenail or something like that. And here's a genuine story, and it's an impressive one at that. Anyway, we digress a little bit. We come back into the huddle. There she is, the coach, Cheryl Burns, triple international in 3 different sports. That is one impressive effort. So you reckon she'd be happy with the team? They're only down by 5.
I think so, and I think those 5... that 5 isn't representative of the effort that they're putting in. They are playing really smart, really patient netball, and they're putting Thunder under a lot of pressure.
So the Thunder are currently up by 5. Gary Passion would be very happy. Hasn't suffered a loss for a while. His team are going for 4 straight, and if they get that, wouldn't have seen that at the start of the season. But now they've turned it around well, and I'm telling you, they're a threat for this final series.
Yeah, I think they're gonna perform if they can take their confidence through this game into semi-finals next week and into prelims. They're genuine contenders for that grand final spot.
Well, we know for sure they're definitely playing Wildcats next week. The result of that game, we've got no idea. But if they win that, you wouldn't want to be facing them in a prelim final. A young side full of enthusiasm with nothing to lose is a danger.
We are definitely planning on winning our semi-final and going straight through to the grand final.
So, a shot there by Binion Hunt, almost an air ball. It's a shame. That would have given them a 6-goal margin. That's back with the Bull Sharks through Gilbert. And she finds there's been some changes to the lineup. So looks like Oxenford's gone to wing attack and Burns to centre. They've done this move a fair bit throughout the season, so it's not an unusual move by them.
Just a bit of a loose feed there. The placement of that ball wasn't exactly where Steph Bairstow wanted that. So Thunder will have another crack at their centre pass.
So Wolf gets us going, but it's called for the step, maybe the carry.
I think it's a carry, yeah.
So either way, the ball back with the Bull Sharks.
Good effort there from Ash Unai. Probably just needed to go with that outside arm. Came through with the inside arm. Took it strong, but used the body a bit.
Javier Cabrera is a Thunder fan through and through. He says the Thunder are a chance in the semi-finals. So I hope I pronounced that name correctly. I'm looking at a tiny little screen on my phone. So the goal there to the Bull Sharks. An overload centre pass being thrown here. It goes back to Gilbert. Unfortunately, it breaks down there. It looks like Houston's come on at GD.
Great front space hold there by Bairstow. Works it around, works herself onto that baseline and finishes off. So they've closed that margin down to 3, the Bull Sharks. Really impressive. As I said, they're not going to want to finish their season on a whitewash game. They're going to want to really fight the Thunder for this one.
So just to bring you up to date with those changes, Emily Gilbert's gone to wing defence. Ava Black to the bench. She's on the physio's table. They seem to be doing something on her back. Abby Houston's come into GD, and Shanae Grant still at keeper. And another turnover here to the Bull Sharks. They've got the margin to just 3. This will make it 2 their centre next. So Houston looks down, finds Riley Burns, and Oxenford really makes a mistake.
Nice patience here from the Bull Sharks. They're not forcing ball in. And then, commentators curse. They throw one out over the sideline. That was probably just an unfortunate bit of clash of bodies there. Riley Burns was unable to pull it in.
She's got speed to burn. Riley Burns, probably not as quick as Ava Black. I'd love to see a foot race with them.
We should do a foot race like they do at the AFL at the grand final.
Someone I didn't appreciate as so quick is your co-captain or vice-captain, Brooke Hams.
Yeah, she's speedy as.
Toey off the mark.
Yeah, isn't she? Toey and other.
La la la. It's a PG rating. We're going into people's homes in the late afternoon. So it's a beautiful day in Brisbane today. This time yesterday it was hailing at cats and dogs.
Yeah, my outdoor
down.
Roof got a couple of holes, but
well, there you
that's
go.
all right. So turnover there for the Thunder. Back to the actual game.
And Thunder working hard,
Really,
16 to 12 up.
Really patient in that transition attack. Just using their defenders really well back and forth to get the ball down, ensuring that their attackers are saving their energy for the actual work that they need to do.
So Hunt with it now. Looks in, can't find Laurie. They do now.
Shanae Grant really working the ground hard on Annie Laurie. She's struggling to find space to drive into.
Houston not happy with the call. It looked like it was about just on the 3-foot mark. Call for the obstruction. And the Thunder get it back to 5, 17 to 12. Biggest lead of the game for them. And the Bull
Great
Sharks
double
momentum.
play there. That quick ball onto the edge of the circle just makes it so much easier to feed in.
Thunder starting to click. 18 to 12. Oxenford with it, throws the fake to no one. That'll keep my co-commentator Paula Stewart happy. So she hates that one.
Great pressure there from the Thunder. Force a held ball there.
3-second call on Oxenford.
Opportunity to extend the lead to 7.
Laurie looks long, shoots, it rings out, but Hunt with the rebound keeps it alive. Unfortunately, only goes as far as Gilbert.
But we'll get another chance at it.
An obstruction call on the play, you feel?
Look, I think it was obstruction, yeah,
So,
which is probably pretty fair. She was
Grant.
quite close.
And Bertakini comes off, and it looks like young Mackenzie Jordan is coming on. One of your teammates in the Queensland mixed team next year.
Yeah, really lovely young girl. I'm excited to play with her next year. Yeah.
So the ball with the Bull Sharks. Oxenford falls on it, does well, maintains possession. So, and here they go. The dark blue of the Bull Sharks working the ball down. Burns steps in. It falls to Jordan. Cop on there from Wolf. Bairstow with it. She shoots and scores. So margin back to 5. They're hanging around the Bull Sharks.
Yeah, they're going to keep nibbling away. Like I said, they're not going to want to let the Thunder have a run on. And the netball that they're putting out as well has been really settled. You know, in past games we've seen them just spray balls over the baseline and play with a bit too much urgency. Playing with a bit of urgency is what you want from a team, but too much urgency results in errors. But they're playing a nice, smart, settled brand of netball at the moment. And
So sorry, I was just going to say Mackenzie Jordan. Oh no. So Nick Still, that's not good. I'm not reading that. So the ball falls with Laurie, and she takes a shot, hands on, and Grant just clipped her. She took the shot, made no effect on the shot at all. She makes sure of it. Margin is 5, 19 to 14. We've got 9 to play.
Great. Oh, what would have been a really brilliant double play there between Burns and Jordan. Just a slight misplace of the pass there between the two of them. Defensive pressure there from Oxenford. Good effort to force that ball over the sideline.
So the ball with Catling. She'll take no. Yes, it's Gilbert. She takes it now. Catling out of play. Oxenford looks long. Finds Burns.
Great sweeping drive there from Mackenzie Jordan. And finished off really nicely.
A lovely shot. She sweeps around the circle well. Doesn't look like she's moving that quickly, but clearly she is, because she gets herself in a great spot every time.
Like I said, you know, Fina and Ash Unai, they know that Steph Bairstow is generally the sharpshooter for the Bond Bull Sharks. You know, they're going to concentrate on her, and Mackenzie Jordan's going to have that space to work with. She's just got to utilise it.
So Annabelle Laurie shoots again and scores. Thunder 21, Bull Sharks 15. They're hanging tough, the Sharks. They will not let them. Oh, a loose pass. Gets picked up by Lily Mae Catling. And away they go here, the Thunder. This is a chance to get to 7 up. It's not a bad drink, that.
I haven't had a 7 up in years.
So, I haven't had a mellow yellow in years. Call me mellow yellow. So, the ball back with the Thunder. Benny
Great
Hunt
pull
grabs
there.
it. That was
Benny
an
Hunt.
excellent take, wasn't it?
She's so strong in the air, Binion.
So, another goal here gets the margin to 7, 22 to 15. It's all Thunder at the moment. Laurie shoots and scores.
We have had a comment here as we have a
Timeout called by
the Bull Sharks. Probably good timing too, so that we can read out Siobhan Sherlaw's comment asking if I'm nominating for the foot race, which obviously I am. I am a speed demon.
So 23-15 is the timeout score. You hear some rubbish on TV.
Don't you just?
Let's listen into Supercoach Cheryl Burns.
On defence down here, girls. I want you to keep them off the edge. And when you attack them, really hard drive on the side.
But we're not dropping them, so it's not an easy.
Yeah. It's a contest.
I feel like when I'm dropping them, like, there's no one.
Yeah.
The front of the like a comeback ball.
Are you
Yeah.
going to split line?
We're trying to do
Okay.
just do back wall. Just do 3 behind and then straight in it. We'll make it easier for you guys.
So you two, Ava, come back into wing defence. Now you two, keep them off the circle edge, okay? There's a flat ball going on.
So the big call there, keep him off the circle edge. She mentioned it a couple of times, so she's probably not happy with the ease that the attackers are getting onto the circle for the Thunder. So that's probably easier said than done. Keeping players off the circle is not the easiest thing to do in netball.
Yeah, it's a tough ask, especially when you've got players with the speed of your Chloe Little and your Josephine Hungerford there in wing attack and centre, and Ali Wilshere. It's a tough ask, especially when Binion Hunt's hanging out doing those quick 1-2 plays. But at the same time, it wins games. All right, so we have seen some changes here with Ava Black coming back on into wing defence for the Bull Sharks. Looks like the rest of the lineup there is remaining the same for them. Josephine Hungerford as well coming on into wing attack, and Ali Wilshere in centre for the Thunder. Litherland has moved into wing defence as well for the Thunder, and Lily Mae Catling has gone to the bench.
Well, I hope you got up to date with all those changes. Well done, Lucy, to you. So Ava Black comes on. That's important. She's super quick. She might be able to keep some of the players off.
And she answers that, comes straight back on, gets a really brilliant tip, and is able to take the possession of that ball, giving the Bull Sharks a turnover.
Thank you, Ava. We needed that. Makes us look very smart. So, and the Bull Sharks, a long ball in, probably not on when Wolf was hunting.
Definitely a Hail Mary pass there, and picked up really well by Wolf.
If you look, almost the entire two teams was in the centre third then. It was a bit of a mess.
Yeah, Binion Hunt defensively will hang up at that transverse line, and so will therefore, on a turnover, get stuck quite high, but makes their way down the court really quickly.
So, the Penny Benjamin, I don't know if she's any relation to you, got any good netball jokes, guys?
None that are appropriate for this time in the afternoon.
That wouldn't be your sister by any chance,
It
would
is my lovely sister. She was here. She actually was here watching our game earlier.
She came and saw us in the comm box. So the margin back to 7, 24 to 17. The Bull Sharks just hanging around. They're doing their best. Thunder not pulling away with this like they'd want. And the last game, and another change here. Looks like Bairstow's coming off for Bertolini. And Wilshere with it now. Hungerford fires it in, finds Annabelle Laurie. She kicks it out to Wilshere. Nice triangle play, but great work by Abby Houston.
Really great work on the body there. Annie Laurie looking to die the umpire and not getting anything. That was just really hard groundwork from Abby Houston.
So Houston finds Black finds Bertolini. And the turnover is rewarded. Margin back to 6. It's the Bull Sharks centre next. They certainly come out of this timeout well. They've scored 3-1.
Great pickup by Serafina Wolf. Pull for the contact again. Probably just came through with that inside arm. Could have come through on the outside and taken a tip.
Courage shown by Oxenford. She would have felt that Wolf was coming. And another goal there to the Bull Sharks. They're back to 5, Lucy Benjamin. They keep coming.
They're playing really strong, steady netball and really tenacious in defence. They're not. That's a lovely shot there by Annie Laurie, but they're not letting them get those easy balls. They're working that body hard.
Annabelle Laurie, Charlie Bell-esque, very relaxed on the shot, cracks it in. Geez, we've got some good shooters in this competition, haven't we?
It's really...
Yourself included.
It's really exciting, especially these young ones like your Charlie Bell, like your Annie Laurie, who are not yet 20 years old. You know, what they're going to be producing in the future and where we're going to see them play in the next couple of years is going to be incredible to see.
So, the margin again, 5.
Oh, Ava Black absolutely read that. Hungerford had nowhere else to give it. Throw a lateral ball across the top of the circle and it was picked up by Black. But unfortunately, I think that must have been a stepping call there for the Bull Sharks, and Thunder will have another go. I'm
pretty sure it was a footwork call, as you said. Houston in Laurie's face puts her off, and Grant gets a great rebound to her.
The long arms of Grant and Houston in that Bull Sharks circle is really difficult to play around, and they're absolutely causing havoc there for those Thunder attackers. Oh,
well played. Match of the day. Great kick there by Bertacchini. So the ball back with the Bull Sharks. Unfortunately, back with the Thunder. The Bull Sharks had a chance to make it 4.
Bit of ping-pong netball here at the moment. It's just going back and forth, and it's testament to the defensive efforts of both these teams.
So Laurie double team. That leaves Binny and Hunt in the pocket. She works her way in and contact with Grant. Heavy contact there. Hunt goes down. She steps in now. Will she pass off or shoot? She shoots and misses, but Laurie gets the rebound.
Really well taken there. I was going to say it's a hard job to get Binny and Hunt on the ground, so that was a pretty hard hit.
So Laurie gets another one. Margin 6. Is it just means they're getting pretty willing in that circle?
Yeah, it's getting a bit rough in there, and I think Binny and Annie will be giving it as well as they're taking it.
So Bertacchini, nowhere to go, fires it back, does well, but we get an obstruction on the outside with Littleland. And Oxenford may have copped a loose hand in the face there. And Mackenzie Jordan shoots, she misses, and the scraps queen, Unai, picks up the rebound, and away they go. Hasn't been a good last minute and a half of the Thunder. They could have got it down as much as 3.
Oh, another brilliant tip there by Sinead Grant.
Grant having a great quarter. The ball falls back to the Bull Sharks. She's keeping her side in it at the moment. Her and Black doing brilliantly. There's the aforementioned Black. Kicks it to Oxenford. And
well read by Littleland. Gets a hand at it. Isn't able to be picked up by any of her defensive teammates. So Bull Sharks will keep possession of that with a throw-in.
So, bit of a loose pass there by Mackenzie Jordan. But the ball's still with the Bull Sharks. And Bertacchini
finishes off really well.
So, and the margin's still 5. A turnover here will make it exciting. So,
great hold by Binny and Hunt.
Hunt can't handle it, and a possession call.
Possession call to Hunt.
Indeed it is.
Needed to pull that in really strong. Both Abby and Shanae are going to go hard at that ball, especially if it's in the air. You've got to rip it in if you want to maintain possession.
So Laurie keeps that margin around the 6, 27-21. We're inside the final minute.
Great drive there. Great sweeping drive from Mackenzie Jordan.
She shoots and scores. Margin back to 5. They've got enough time to stop one and go themselves here. Big defensive effort required by the Bull Sharks. And it falls back to the Thunder. Hunt's got it now through Hungerford.
Great split circle there work from those Bull Sharks defenders. They're forcing them wide onto that baseline.
So Laurie scores. There's 14 seconds to go. Enough time here for the Bull Sharks if they want one.
Mackenzie Jordan probably just needs to get into that circle. They need to have 2 shooting options in that circle with the time.
And there it is.
Beautiful
she
hold.
Feeds it in. Bertacchini shoots.
Finishes it
she
just
scores.
on time.
The goal counts. It hasn't been waved away, so we're going to count it. Ooh, not a bad quarter, that one, Lucy Benjamin. So it was the Bull Sharks ended up winning the quarter. The Thunder by 5 in the match overall, 28-23. Sorry, it was a 13-all quarter. My apologies. I thought the Bull Sharks got it by 1, but they didn't. And there's the score, 28-23. Not a bad first half.
No, great first half of netball. I really like the fight that the Sharks are bringing to this game. You know, you can't tell that this is the last game of the season.
Cool. Well, whether they can get the victory or not, we'll find out more when we come back for the second half after these commercials.
Did you know that majority of netballers aren't wearing the appropriate shoes on court? Running shoes or generic trainers don't provide the grip and support for the quick, dynamic movements needed in a game. It's time to make the swap with Mizuno.
It's taken years of commitment, years of practice, years of learning, and years of training. But every minute has been worth it to play the game I love. We are determined. We are strong. We are ready. We are Thunder. Visit thundernetball.org.au.
Welcome back. We're exactly halfway through our Sunday 3-game plethora of netball, and we have a crackerjack match in progress here between the USC Thunder and the Bull Sharks, the Bond Bull Sharks from the Gold Coast. It's a battle of the coasts, and at the moment it is the Thunder, the North Coast side, leading by 5, 28-23. That's them there. Gary Preston having a chat to his charges. My name's Dave Mills. I've been joined in commentary today by none other than Lucy Benjamin. Lucy, I got you at a bad time. You just had a bite of chocolate. Probably not the best time to ask you a question, but have you enjoyed the match thus far?
Yeah, I have. Sorry.
Got peanuts
Look,
stuck in your teeth.
I'm an athlete. Okay, I'm refueling after my game. Cracking game in netball. You know, Thunder have gone out and they've fought really hard, and they've brought that really steady game that they've been playing the last few weeks into this. But Bull Sharks have just really stepped up this week, I feel, and they haven't let Thunder run away with it, which Thunder would obviously want to do heading into semis.
So the situation is this. We know the makeup of the table. You guys won today. You're minor premiers, so you'll finish 1. You'll play the Cougars next week, the team you beat today, and that will take you guys in. I believe that'll be a 7 o'clock match. We don't know the details exactly. A 7 o'clock match next Saturday. At 5, we'll have the 3v4 game. The loser will be finished for the season. There's our 2 umpires, Di Fawcett and Rachel Thomas. But the loser of that game is out, and they will play the loser of your game the next week. Have I got the makeup of the finals correct?
That is correct, yeah. Standard. Excellent. Semi, prelim, grand final set up.
So it should be an exciting weekend of netball. If you can't get your backside courtside up at Morayfield, stay with us on the Facebook stream, and we will give you all the action. I'm not sure who I'm with next week, but it'll be someone pretty exciting. So exciting times all round. So it should be. Well, it won't be you because you'll be preparing for your match, and probably won't be Beryl because she'll have a match on as well. So I'm not sure who it'll be with yet, actually. So we'll see what happens. Maybe it'll be a Bond Bull Shark joining the crew.
Oh, surely there's someone interesting enough in that team.
Indeed there is. So shooting-wise here, it's been pretty good. There hasn't been many missed shots. If anything, it's breaking down in the sort of mid-third. There's been a bit of ping-pong netball being played. It really
has, yeah. And the pressure from both teams in restricting the middies from getting onto the edge of the circle are forcing a few kind of loose balls on that delivery. You know, they're not getting these nice, clean entries into the circle like we have seen from both teams actually the last couple of weeks.
So don't forget, if you want to follow all the news, views and interviews, go to sapphireseries.com.au. That's throughout the week. And of course, for the HART Sapphire Series Facebook page, you can interact with us anytime you want, like Riley Richardson has from Victorian Men's Indoor Netball. Riley, one of the better men's players going around in the country. Welcome to the coverage. So it's pretty exciting times here. Unfortunately for the Bull Sharks, this is their last game, the last 30 minutes of netball coming up. Do you think the coach will clear the bench and make sure everyone gets a fair run today?
I think you'd like to see that, in a game like this where, they are playing a really good game and they're sticking with Thunder and they're putting them under a lot of pressure, but at the same time, you want to run your bench on. And Cheryl Burns, honestly, generally does that most games anyway. Most of her bench will get a run for a period of the game.
The pictures you're watching today come from Double Take Sports, our content partner for this year and last year as well, and hopefully many years moving forward. Our major sponsors are HART and, of course, Mizuno. And every time you see a 3-goal break broken, that is a Mizuno momentum shift. So the Bull Sharks, they're in their huddle now, asking for one more huge effort for the season. Try and get this win. It would be their third of the year. If they get that, they'll just miss out on semis by literally 1 or 2 points. So a successful year for them if they can get this win. And you may have noticed there's little bits of paper on the floor. There was a cheerleading competition here last night.
There you go.
And there's stuff everywhere. Glitter and pom-poms and all the other paraphernalia that cheerleaders use.
Not a sport, but yeah, okay.
Oh, ouch. Doesn't hurt at all. Sorry to the 4.5 million cheerleaders throughout the world.
The world? Oh, is that all?
Just made that up.
Okay.
So I've got no idea.
Surely we could Google that.
A lot of statistics that come out of my mouth are absolute rubbish. So the ball with the Thunder, it's 28-23 at half-time. Let's see if they can pull away or the Bull Sharks can fight back. I'm actually tipping a fight back here. So just need the shooters to go off just a fraction for the Thunder, and the Bull Sharks will come home with a wet sail.
Having said that, you know, the Bull Sharks defenders in that circle, Abby Houston and Sinead Grant, are actually getting turnover. You know, they're stopping the ball before Annie Laurie and Binion Hunt can take those shots. So, Serafina Wolf absolutely read that. Really lovely clean intercept there from her.
So Hunt basically pushed the ball in Houston's face. That's what she's saying to the umpire. But umpire not having anything to do with that.
Well, Abby Houston also didn't concede the space. She didn't get out. She didn't get her 3 feet back before Binion Hunt stepped on either. So that's still obstruction.
Indeed,
Great
it is.
drive.
And Hunt seems to be moving a lot more in this match than in previous. She is driving into the circle strong. So, and the ball falls to Laurie. She shoots and scores.
Lovely work. And that's 2 to start the quarter for the Thunder. We have a shot of Emily Gilbert there on the bench. Had been starting and has been playing a really great game in goal defence. And I just think that the extra height of Abby Houston in that circle is really helping to put extra pressure on those Thunder shooters.
So Laurie shoots and she misses on this occasion. The ball back with the Thunder. In the Battle of the Coast, the Thunder lead by 7. So Laurie does beautifully, rolls around excellently. She'll shoot here, rarely misses 2 in a row and doesn't. And we've had 3 straight to the Thunder coming out of the halftime break. The perfect start for them. Indeed it is.
They would have, I think, after that second quarter, a drawn quarter there with the Bull Sharks, Gary Passion would have just gone back to them and said, you know, it's not the brand of netball that they've been playing. It's not what they've been putting out on court, and that they can do much better than that. And that's what they've come out and have done this quarter. So
that goal to Bairstow is a Mizuno momentum shift.
Really lovely 1-2 play there by Annie Laurie and Ali Wilshire on the edge of that circle. As that's one of the reasons Cheryl Burns there was in that time break, was telling her defenders to stop them from getting on the edge of the circle, because that's how easy it is for Annie Laurie to get the ball under the post.
It looks like a breaking call there. Gives the ball back to the Thunder.
Coach killer.
They lead by 8. That is the biggest lead of the game thus far. And if they have it there, it'll soon be 9. And the Binion Hunt draws the attention, gets the ball, steps in, and shoots. Margin 9, danger signs here for the Bull Sharks. There's Coach Passion explaining things to everyone who'll listen. Doesn't mind a chat, Gaz. If ever you want to give him 2 beers and give up a night.
I was going to say, you'll be there all night. Great pick up there, loose pass. Binion Hunt unable to hold on to it, and Houston collects it really well. Now, Bull Sharks will want this. You know, they don't want to let the Thunder extend this lead any further. They need to treasure this ball.
Berta Kenny couldn't pull it in. Hunt does for the Thunder.
So we have seen a change in the Bull Sharks attacking lineup with Bairstow coming on into goal attack. It's one of the first times I've probably seen her play in that goal attack role this season. She's generally really just back in shooter.
She has indeed, but they played like she's been a goal attack. There's times where she's driven out of the circle and Berta Keeney's dropped back.
Positional switch plays.
Indeed.
Berta Keeney, despite she's not a super tall shooter compared to some of the shooters we have in this competition, has a really strong hold and creates some really nice space in that circle.
And here come the Bull Sharks again. They just will not go away. And an opportunity here to get the margin back to 7. They take it. And just when we thought that Gilbert's back on at GD for the Bull Sharks, and just when we thought the Thunder were going to pull away with it, again, the Bull Sharks come back.
They're fighting for it. That, like we said, Ava Black, really great effort there to have a go at that ball. Picked up by Catling. And again, somehow picked up by Annie Laurie. Really lucky fall of the ball there.
There she goes. She has a crack. So close to pulling it in. So tell me, Lucy, is it just me or is Ava Black looking like she's a little bit slower today? Maybe carrying some sort of injury or not pulling up well after the game
I was
yesterday?
going to say potentially just a bit of fatigue after yesterday's game. They played a really hard game yesterday and they fought really, really hard for that. Ava Black, I think, only has
two speeds.
Score. Yeah, 2 speeds, is standing still and absolutely flat out. So, I think all of them would be a little bit tired. You can kind of see it in the Thunder players as well. They're not as sharp as they have been the last few weeks.
There's the lady in question, Ava Black. Mind you, she's still picking off plenty of intercepts, so I probably should shut my mouth. So the ball flows over to Hunt. She shows some speed there, but can't rip it in. And the margin of 6 gets an opportunity here to go to 5. They'll get going through Houston. And Houston in the GK spot. Gilbert moved to GD, and a nice setup here for the throw. And that was a nice play there. Good setup. One went left, one went right, and away we went. That's classic sort of
nice little short, medium, long option.
Absolutely.
Great. Long option there. Pulled in by Kristen Oxenford.
She had eyes on the tip for Bairstow. Wolf gets it, but there is an obstruction call. Bertacchini needs this. And unfortunately it falls out, but Bairstow gets it and the foul as well. She'll get another chance. Another missed shot.
And picked up really well by Wolf there. Gets the contact call and Thunder are back in possession.
Such a shame. They could have had that to 5. I'm pretty sure it's their centre next, which means it would have been 4. It would have been game on again. Oxenford will have a crack. Is that over a third from the baseline throw?
I think it was just touched in that goal third. Great ball there from Ashunai, who's gone.
Speed of the ball.
From goal defence into wing defence, and we've seen Lily Mae Catling come into goal defence for the Thunder.
Impressive feed into the circle there by the Thunder.
That was really nice play down the sideline. Bull Sharks do set up a bit of a zone, and probably the easiest way to crack that is to just swing the ball and play down the side around, and literally just go around it.
Bertacchini gets a chance here to get the margin back a little bit more, and she takes it. And back to 7. So the ball with the Thunder. Laurie not happy. She was too close on that one. She actually went further back out. Doesn't like the close ones, Lucy Benjamin.
No. No, it wants a glory shot. No, she doesn't. Well, I shouldn't say that.
Well, when you score as many as she does, they're not really glory shots. Exactly. They're more standard shots for her.
It's a pretty standard. Oh, great tip there from Ava Black.
Black again.
Puts the effort in, chases it down. Unable to keep it in, though. Thunder will have another go with a throw in, but this has been a really hard-fought goal if they do eventually get this.
So the great defensive pressure being displayed here by the Bull Sharks. Black takes away the top of the circle. Eventually falls to Laurie in her range. Gilbert in her face does well, but Laurie gets her own rebound, unfortunately.
That is really great boards there from Annie Laurie. She knew, obviously would have known as soon as that left her hands that it wasn't going in, and she followed it in so strong.
No turning and blocking. Fundamental error there from Gilbert. And the ball now with Bertacchini. Fires back to Oxenford. It's loose on the ground. It falls the Bull Sharks' way.
Bit of confusion about who had possession of that ball there, but picked up by Lily Mae, and really quick transition there for Thunder. Picked up by Annie Laurie. Great tip in there by Abby Houston. But again,
the ball with Houston through the turnover. She goes long, finds, I think that's Burns. Burns through Oxenford. They need a settler here, the Coast. The Bull Sharks get it through Bertacchini. Is this the settler?
To stay in this game.
Yes, it
really
is.
Really lovely shot there from Bertacchini.
I've said it once, I'll say it 1,000 times, I think, today. They just won't go away, the Bond Bull Sharks. They keep fighting and fighting and fighting. And if they could go on a run, Lucy Benjamin, they could pinch this game from the Thunder.
The Thunder are just too consistent. Oh, as I said, commentators curse. I was going to say the Thunder are just so consistent in attack and in their defence for that matter as well, that it's really difficult for the Sharks to get a nice easy run on. They haven't really been able to have one all game. Great eyes there from Riley Burns. A nice deep ball into Bairstow. Good
long
there.
Pass clears the rubbish in the middle, and this gives them an opportunity.
Oh, great setup there. That was a really lovely hold there from Bertolini. Bessa unable to finish it off. Wolf picks up the rebound. Again, this is what we talk about. You know, there's some really lovely play from the Sharks, but the pressure from the Thunder just stops them from getting a comfortable run.
So Bertolini, the very sublime pass to Burstow. She can't make the shot, gives the ball back to the Thunder. And just like that, when a chance to be 5 can become 4, the Thunder look like they'll respond with a goal. And it's short.
Great pressure there.
Contact on the arm.
Contact on Abby Houston there.
Houston, we have a problem. And Laurie gets the second chance goal. Margin 8. Could have been so much more for the Bull Sharks.
So I've seen Mackenzie Jordan come on into goal attack again for the Bull Sharks. She had a really good impact when she came on in that second quarter, and straight away we see a really lovely, sweet triple play there with Kristen Oxenford and finished off with a goal. So that's comes onto the court really beautiful. That's what you want to see from your bench.
So the margin's still 8. They're hanging around the Bull Sharks. They just need a small run. It only take 3 or 4. It looks like Bingham come on at shooter for the Thunder, and she scores her first. And
Annie Laurie's gone out into goal attack. So we see both teams really starting to explore their bench here. You know, neither has a massive margin or a massive win on top, but, you know, they don't need to. Their positions on the ladder are set. It's a really good opportunity to get those bench players on the court and prepare them for finals.
So
misread there between, I think that was Ali Wilshire and Chloe Bingham, picked up well by the Sharks defenders.
Sometimes Annabelle Laurie, if I had one criticism of her play, when she's waiting to receive a short pass, turns her body into the defender rather than turning it towards the space. And that's just a young player's move. She'll learn over time that it's best to turn your body a certain way. There's the Wildcats. They're up next. There's my co-commentator Beryl on the laptop. So 38-30 for the Thunder. Bingham with it, she shoots, she scores, margin 9. That is the biggest lead of the match so far, and it is owned by the Thunder. So a bit of fresh legs in the circle. Could be the hell ball. That's not ideal. So the Thunder get a chance to get a double-digit lead. And here they go. A nice pass into Laurie. I think that was from Littleland.
Lovely hold there by Chloe Bingham. She just had the patience, let those Thunder attackers bring it down to the edge of the circle, and then it opened up lovely.
So Bingham scores. We haven't seen a lot of her in the last couple of games, but we saw plenty of her earlier in the season when the Lightning commitments decimated this side at times. She looks $1 million when she's been out there and gives a lot of impact to the Thunder.
Ava Black. Great effort there. Called for the obstruction on that.
Indeed she did. It would have been brilliant if she wasn't. Actually, I think that was on Burns.
There you go.
Yeah. So Laurie shoots long, hits the front of the ring. Gilbert with the rebounds, and here they go. Great clearing pass. So Oxenford gets it, looks for Gilbert again, finds her. Burns, this is great transition. Bertolini out from shooter.
Yeah, great effort there from Ash Unai, but Kristen Oxenford just had the strength on that drive and gets the obstruction call on that movement. Jordan just missed Bertolini opening up under the post there, swings the ball, and it was an offside there with the Thunder now having another chance to extend that lead.
So the ball back with the Thunder. They're going for 4 straight wins. They lead this one by 9. There's been some pretty big scalps in that winning streak as well. And all to do for the Bull Sharks. We've got 2 to play in this, the third championship quarter. So, Black out of play. Wilshire gets it, fires it into Laurie. Laurie does look for Bingham, and she will probably make no mistake and doesn't. They don't miss a beat when Bingham comes on, do they, Lucy? No,
you can see that the connections between the shooters are all really strong, obviously. Great tip there by Annie Laurie, picked up really well by Scraps Queen, Ash Unai. And the Thunder will potentially take this lead out to 11. You can see, and Chloe Bingham's a really smart player. She's played for a long time, despite the fact that she is so young. She sets up really well. She sets up screens for her players and balances that circle. She's quite easy to read off. Unable to finish that off, Annie Laurie. Bull Sharks will have a throw in.
The ball looked like it was more in than out, but unfortunately it rolls out at the last second. And a contact call here on the Thunder. Give the ball back to the Bull Sharks. Black with it now. Fires long. Gilbert does brilliantly, as does Burns. And they find Mackenzie Jordan Oxenford with it, and the ball falls to Bertolini. She shoots and scores. So margin back to 9. It is with the Thunder. We've got inside a minute to play. A turnover here and a goal would be important for the Bull Sharks.
Really nice and patient with their play. They know they don't need a... Oh, they're
Nice,
too patient
too
there
patient.
and a held ball on that one.
So
Gives the opportunity. If Sharks can finish this off, it'll be their centre pass. They should have enough time to... Oh, good tip there by Littleland, but come
puts in a
through
hand.
strong.
now it's a chance for the Thunder to get one
lovely
back.
transitional play. Great space held by Chloe Bingham and finished off really nicely.
And they do. Margin back to 10, double digits. Coastal have to take it. The Bull Sharks do. They've got 9 seconds. They need to look long. Oxenford with it. Finds
one in the
Burns.
circle.
5 seconds to go. Mackenzie Jordan is... We've called time.
So it looks like that was a delaying call. And she's advanced it into the circle for Littleland, delaying that ball on the outside.
So Jordan shoots high, misses a shot, and we call...
Oh, another chance.
I'm not sure why. Why would there
I'm
be a
not
second
sure.
chance? So Bertolini is allowed to take the shot, obviously.
Saying potentially there was a bit of argument on the edge of the circle, possibly a bit of dissent. I'm not sure. I can't hear what's going on down there, but
So
I'm
either
unable
way,
to finish it off.
Both shots miss, and the margin is 10. The quarter belongs to the Thunder. They win their second quarter after a drawn second quarter. So they win that one 14-9 and lead the match by 10, 42-32. Now 10 at three-quarter time is not necessarily a winning score, as we know, Lucy Benjamin.
No, not at all. And especially with a team like Bond Bull Sharks, you know, they're really tenacious. They've fought back a number of times against a number of different teams, and they've played some really good netball. So they're not going to want to let the Thunder, you know, run away with this in the last quarter.
He didn't take the bait. I was saying, I was indicating you guys led by 10 at three-quarter time, and then that became a one-point thriller. So
Yeah, well, you know what? I forget about my games really quickly afterwards.
exactly what your coach doesn't want to hear. So let's see if we can listen into Gary Passion and see if he's got anything to say to his Chargers. I'm sure he does.
Especially since they're like getting confused on the isolated. But once you kind of go men's, that's when you're like,
I think I'm just going to force her to get the ball that way.
Ironically, Gary not having a lot to say in the break. It appears he may be getting tested for his next level. There's some of our best coaches there in the background, and they seem to be listening to what he has to say, or maybe they're getting some coaching tips. Who knows?
You never know. Well, you know what? It's really important for the coaches to, you know, listen to the players and what the players are feeling on court as well. You know, what you see from the sideline is often really different to what the players might be actually experiencing on that court. So it's really good that he's got some mature players out there who can actually talk to themselves and talk to him and figure that out together.
So our top fan, Xavier, he is loving the Thunder up by 10, gives us the big thumbs up, and the what are they, Thunderbolts and Clouds? Thunderbolts and Lightning, maybe. Very, very frightening. So 1 quarter to go, 1 quarter left in the Bull Sharks season. If you're the Bull Sharks coach, what are you saying?
She'd just be telling her team, you know, there's nothing that they're necessarily doing wrong on court by any means. I think they're still playing some really nice netball, and there's some passages out there that are really, really, really phenomenal. It's just that the Thunder are capitalising on their turnovers much better than the Sharks are. She'd just be telling them to go back to their game plan, stay steady, be patient with the ball, be hard working and tenacious in defence like they always are, and finishing off, this is their last quarter of the season. This is the last quarter of netball they're going to be playing in 2020, so make it a good one.
So 15 minutes left for the Bull Sharks. They've had a pretty good year. It's been a little bit up and down at times, but overall they've done extremely well to give themselves a chance coming into this weekend to have a crack at the semis. Unfortunately, they came up against the Red Hot Cougars yesterday, and they weren't able to get that victory that they needed so badly. So the ball will be with, looks like it's with the Thunder for the first centre pass, and a margin 42-32, margin of 10, and we'll see how the Bull Sharks respond. So changes are plenty, is there? Looks like Gilbert's gone to GD.
Sinead Grant back into goalkeeper.
Keeper. And we have a shooting end of Bairstow and Bertolini. So Jordan's gone off Mackenzie Jordan. The mid-court stays the same for those guys. Oxenford, she doesn't see much time off the court, does she?
No, she's their most experienced player and also their most mature player. She's a real leader on and off the court for the Sharks. So it's, regardless of the game that she's playing, it's important to keep her on.
A sweet shot there by Annabelle Laurie. Gets the margin back to 11. Responded in turn by Bairstow. She keeps it at 10. And hopefully with 14 minutes to go, the Bull Sharks can have a run.
Great little front space hold there from Chloe Bingham and finished off really nicely. It just makes it really easy for the Thunder to fire the ball in nice and early. It gives that mid-court a bit of a rest. So
the ball back with the Bull Sharks.
Oh, good effort there from Chloe Littleland. He's called for the contact. And
Bertacchini
unable to hold on to that.
So might have had Wolf in the back.
And a nice shooter-to-shooter connection there between the two of them. And Bairstow finishes off well.
Bairstow scores another one. They're hanging around the Bull Sharks. They just need a little break, don't they? Just something to go right.
They just need a quick little turnover and they need to score off it. They get it. Oh, unlucky there for Burns. The Thunder will keep possession.
So just a little run of 3 and they're back in it.
They tend to, if they do get a turnover and score off it, they tend to then lose their following centre pass. They struggle to get the run.
So that goal is the 45th for the Thunder. And
well read by Fiona Wolf and backed up by Ava Black with the hands. And bit of a toss-up as to who was going to come out with that, but that was really brilliant. Transition defence there from Ava Black and picked up well by Burns.
Ava Black showing all her speed and agility and elevation. They missed twice there. Ball back with Oxenford. She finds Bairstow, goes to her again. She'll score this time and does. And the Bull Sharks back to 10. And
we're playing a bit of ping pong netball here. It's goal for goal. Neither team is really willing to give anything up.
So a loose hands here, but it falls back in favour of the Thunder. Laurie works it in a little closer with Grant in the back, and obstruction now on Gilbert. Gets a nice easy path to the circle and scores. And a 45th goal there to the Thunder. Means 46th goal there to the Thunder. Okay, I've been told that is wrong. The official scoreboard is wrong. It's 45-35. That is the correct score, what you see on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. So Bertacchini steps one way, passes off to Bairstow. She scores, and margin back to 9.
We're just hovering between that 9 and 10 goal difference between the two.
Bertacchini!
Absolutely read that. That was really brilliant work, and that's exactly why you want your wing attack and your goal attack flooding down on those centre passes. Oxenford has nowhere to give it to, though, and throws it over the sideline. Unfortunately, from such a brilliant turnover, they're unable to capitalise on it.
So, unfortunately, the goal doesn't come. Great intercept there by Bertacchini. All
Chris
the way
and
down.
Oxenford. Really great effort there. Called for the contact. Thunder will maintain possession.
So, just seems like a bit of the energy's gone out of the match, Lucy.
Yeah, I think, uncharacteristic missed shot there from Laurie. I'd say, like I said last quarter, both teams, they're not playing for their lives. Their positions on the ladder are set, but probably a bit of fatigue as well from yesterday's match creeping in. Bit of hands in the back there by Littleland.
Bertacchini with it now, has a chance to eat into this lead. She takes a shot and scores. But going with the shot on the screen, and that gets a margin back to up. This is the little run. It's their centre now.
So they need to convert this. They've struggled to... really lovely vision there from Bertacchini to Bairstow in the circle.
She throws back to Laurie, who's about, 7 yards offside. So, 6.3 metres in the new.
Caught on the same side of the circle. Great setup there by Bertacchini and Bairstow. Straight under the post and finishes it off. Eats into that lead yet again.
Game on, Lucy Benjamin. It is a margin of just 7. They've scored 3 straight here, the Gold Coast side, Bull Sharks. And they are coming home and looking like finishing the stronger at the moment.
Oh, Sinead Grant, really good work on the body there from Bingham, making it quite difficult for the feeders to see where she wants the ball. But Chloe does stay strong on that hold and pulls it in really well.
Bingham does well. There's a Mizuno momentum shift. The run of 3 broken by that goal from Bingham. Oxenford hits the circle hard, looks for someone, can't find it. Goes back out, and this time...
Well done from Lily Mae Catling. Picked up by Burns, unfortunately, for her. And finished off there.
Bertacchini scores, keeping the margin around that 8. Sorry, 7. No, 8. I was right the first time.
Tip there from... Oh, who knows? Tip there from Ava Black, thrown in by Ali Wilshire. Burns almost had a hand on that one. Getting a little bit stagnant.
Gilbert.
Tip there from Emily Gilbert. Really great elevation over the top of Chloe Bingham.
Gives away a bit of height there, doesn't she?
Yes, she does. That was very impressive. And no, it's getting a little bit stagnant in that Thunder circle. Pick up by Ashley Uno. The ball just goes straight through Kristen Oxenford's hands. Thunder will have another crack at this to maintain their lead.
The Queen of Scraps gets the ball back to the Thunder, and it'll fall to Bingham.
She'll need to finish this one off there. Thunder aren't being as patient as they are working the ball around the circle, and it's not been as effective for them today as it has been the last couple of games.
8:23 to play. The lead is 9, and the Thunder doing just enough to get the victory in this one. That'll be their 4th straight in this competition, and a pretty even comp. 4 straight is difficult to do. And a missed shot there from Burstow. She'll get another chance and takes it well. So don't forget, join us on the Facebook, have a chat, ask Lucy a question. HART Sapphire Series is the Facebook page, and for all the news, views and interviews, sapphireseries.com.au throughout the week.
Really great defensive pressure there from the Sharks. Calling, screaming for the umpire for that held ball.
So Laurie, a little bit of speed to burn around the circle, gets herself in a slightly better position, shoots, draws the foul and scores regardless. Margin back to 9, 49 to 40. And
so both teams just playing some pretty simple, settled netball. That was definitely, as I say, again, another just very loose pass. Not really playing smart, not really...
This can't be pleasing Coach Passion leading into the finals next week.
No, not at all. What the Thunder have been doing the last few weeks has really exemplified just the phenomenal netball that they can put out on court. And yes, they're dealing with a bit of fatigue. Yes, there's, to some extent, the result of the match doesn't change. You want to win regardless, but we see some of the Tigers girls on screen there. They'll be heading into their last game of the season next up. So it looks like we've seen a timeout.
Called. I didn't see who called it. I was watching the screen looking at the Tigers girls. It might be... I really don't know. Did we pick that up on the commentary? No, we haven't. We'll see where the camera goes.
Sure.
There is a timeout called. We think it might be Gary Passion and the Thunder. And we're going to have a listen to him regardless.
Looks like it might be the Thunder. Looks like Gary's making a few changes in there, getting a few girls off the bench onto the court.
And shots too. We'll stay on the circle and we'll refeed you till you've been closed.
Yeah, just get back to that patience and that movement outside the circle. Double play each other. Can you two make sure on our reset you're in a good position for it? Okay, coming up to the line early on there, a bit close together. Make sure one on, keep working the body, get to a reset position for them. Yep. That's good. Let's make sure we've got plenty of...
So Gary just wanting to tighten up the offensive end. He's just not happy with a few things. Wants to do the refeeds if required and hitting the top of the circle. Pretty much kind of what we said. We said it's getting a little bit sloppy and he wouldn't be happy with what he's seeing.
Yeah, and some of the girls made a few comments there that they were getting pushed wide, which they are. They need to get on the inside of their plays. They need to engage the body of those defenders and create space for themselves. So
we've got 6:39 left in the Bull Sharks season. They're down by 8. A good, strong 7 minutes here, and they could get this game under their wing.
So we've seen Binny and Hunt coming back on into goal attack for the Thunder, with Annie Laurie moving back into shooter. It doesn't look like there's been any changes in that Bull Sharks lineup. They have done really well this quarter. You probably wouldn't if you're Cheryl Burns change it at the moment. They have the possibility to win the quarter, but at the same time, last game of the season, you might want to get a bit of some of your bench on the court.
So they're leading the game by 2. This quarter by 2, 9-7. And that is now reduced by 1 as the Thunder get their 50th.
We've also been joined on the live stream by Christian White. Really, really phenomenal male shooter, I should say, and defender. He has defended in his time as well.
Not
Probably
as good as a shoot, so he shoots incredibly well.
He does shoot phenomenally well.
I made a comeback to indoor netball back in 2013 as a veteran, let's just say. Christian White was my goal attack, and my lord,
Such
he
a
did
smart
well.
player. Very, very smart
We had
player.
a simple game plan. Give it to him or Damien Bishop. That was the game plan, and we won. So, and it was a pleasure to play with him. Of course, now he's a dirty Victorian, so we really shouldn't even let him watch.
No, why?
So,
get off that live stream.
Turn it off.
Come on, mate. Nice, easy goal there from the Thunder. That settling presence of Binny and Hunt in there, and her connection with Annie Laurie just creates some easy triangles.
Just in all seriousness, though, we do have some Victorian viewers, and we hope you guys did well during the lockdown. It must have been difficult, and we hope your mental health is all good.
Yeah.
And I would not like to be locked up for 111 days or whatever it was. It was a long time, and we hope you all come out of it better, bigger, stronger, and healthier. So, nice pass there, but
right idea. It was a really great drive there from Annie Laurie. Oh, and that was that brilliant take there from Serafina Wolf that saw the turnover come back into the Thunder hands.
You can see why she's been picked up by the Southern Steel in New Zealand. That sort of play will not look out of place in their national competition. Margin back to 10, 52-42, and we're sort of just going through the motions a little bit here. The energy's really come out of this game. I think the Thunder are thinking about next week, and the Bull Sharks are thinking about Mad Monday.
At the same time, if the Thunder are thinking about next week, they would be pretty conscious that they don't want to be playing the way that they're playing right now. They want to be playing a smarter, cleaner netball than what they're putting on court at the moment.
So Gilbert pulls down the rebound. She's done well. She's come into the side. Didn't start the year in the starting team. Has come in sort of about round 4-ish, I think it was. And she was very excited and very giggly when she got to the start. First one for the year. And she has performed really well. She's
done really well. And especially moving out into that goal defence. In the past, Gilbert's probably been traditionally more of a goalkeeper. And played predominantly goalkeeper in the Jets Ruby side last year. But has transitioned so well and has obviously worked really hard in that goal defence position.
So Bertakini gets one back. The ball with the Bull Sharks. They've got 4 minutes to win this game. They're down by 9. Difficult task.
No real option there from Bertakini. Drops the ball to Burns on the edge of the circle.
Bairstow gets a chance. Oxenford called. No, it's inside the circle. Must have been an offside. Becomes a pass only, not a pass or shot. And Bertakini kicks it back to Burns, who in turn finds Bairstow. She shot reasonably well this year, and she shoots again but misses. And contact call on Bertakini, and Wolf gets us going again. They just can't get some of the big moments. There's an opportunity, and they just can't quite get the goal when they need it. So.
And I think that's been a bit of the story of the Bull Sharks season. I think they've had some really cracking games, including their last one against us, where they really came out firing and put us under a lot of pressure, but haven't been able to finish off.
So, Benny Hunt slipped there. I hope she's okay. And gets it back. We'll have a shot here to take the lead back to 10. You've got to admire the Bull Sharks. They've hung around. This game could have blown out. You've got nothing to play for. Absolutely nothing other than a little bit of pride.
I think sometimes those games, though, they're the ones that almost matter the most. When it's your last game of the season, you're finishing. You're done. You've improved really well. They had a really tough start to the season and probably really struggled early on. And they've improved really well in these last couple of games. And they probably want to prove to everyone that, they could be contenders in that final series, but just weren't able to start as strong as they wanted. So there we see Amanda Stagg and Lee Gibbs, two of the best coaches in Queensland.
Definitely
I think
here.
they must be assessing Gary
someone.
Pushin.
So, a loose hand there. And, Bertakini copped a hard one across the nose. So, it doesn't look like there's any blood, which is good. Keefe, purely accidentally.
Oh, great rebound there by Adrian Keefe. Came onto the court really well and immediately put pressure on.
So, it was 10 at three-quarter time. It's now 11. And the Thunder may look to take this quarter as well. Hunt steps in and passes off to Laurie.
Great effort there by Abby Houston. Got a hand to it, but only Laurie was able to pull that in nice and strong.
So Laurie gets a shot, makes a margin of 12. They're leading quarter by 2. We got 1:20 to play. And the season coming to an end for the Bull Sharks. It's been entertaining for them. They've given us some highlights. But that girl, Laurie, I think the goal was 60. They're going to probably just miss it, but not by much.
Oh.
Gilbert did brilliantly.
Really well to keep that in, and great work from Bairstow to kind of be out there ready for a long pass.
Bertacchini takes a long one and gets it. Margin back to 12. We've got 49 seconds left. That was a Mizuno momentum shift. The run of 3 broken. And,
well picked up there by Houston. And good pressure again, like you say, you know, the game's done and dusted this season. Adrian Keefe, well done there. Well read.
So Keefe's saying, Coach, I should have played the whole game. She's only just come on this quarter and picked off 3 intercepts. So margin of 12. We've got 24 seconds left. The Thunder looking to build a little bit more. Falls to Laurie. Gilbert can't get it.
It's
There
really
she
great,
is.
really great fight here from both defensive ends. Actually, like I was saying, you know, the game's done. It's not, the result's not going to change in these last couple of seconds, but they're still fighting for those turnovers and still putting that effort in.
So the goal to Binny and Hunt will probably be the last play of the game. It is, and whilst it's a Mizuno momentum shift, the game comes to a rapid conclusion. 57-44 to the Thunder over the Bull Sharks. The Battle of the Coast won by the North, and there's the quarter-by-quarter scores. 15-12 last quarter. At 9-7, it looked like the Bull Sharks were going to win the quarter. But alas, the Thunder showed their class and to let the other teams in the competition know that they are a real contender for this title.
They're finishing this season really, really well. And, you know, the semi-final they'll be playing next week against Wildcats. I'm really keen to go out and watch that, actually, because I think it's going to be a cracking match.
They've now won 4 straight. Next week's final will be 5. The prelim will be 6. And if they win the GF, they'll have had to win 7 straight.
Yeah, we might have something to say about
That's
that.
the hard way to do it, but it would be a brilliant effort if they could do it.
It's been done before.
It has indeed. A very happy team there. Look at them, they're all huddling in there. They're very pleased with their result. They'll finish 3rd on the competition table and guaranteed to play the Wildcats next week in the first semi-final. That will be a knockout final. So let's talk about the Bull Sharks. Their season's come to an end. The best for them, not just tonight, but season-wide. What do you think? You've played them twice. What do you think?
Oh, you know...
I mean, you can't go past Kristen Oxenford, obviously, but outside of Oxenford.
No, you know, Chriso's a really great leader, and she you know, is that player that takes those clinch intercepts and puts that pressure on exactly when a team needs her to. But at the same time, I don't think she's been as consistent as she has been in previous seasons. I would say, you know, probably Ava Black in that mid-court. It just defensively is so consistent and so tenacious. You know, you can never count her out of coming through for a really tough ball.
I haven't seen Ava Black play ever until I sat down here and started commentating, and her speed was the thing that got me, and then the amount of ball she gets and bringing the ball down the court at pace was impressive.
She reads the game so well. She's got that netball brain where she can see where the play's happening and where the play's going.
I might just disagree with you there. I think Shanae Grant probably had a better season. I think consistency-wise, Grant kept him in matches when they needed to be, and she was pretty solid for most of the season. Now, for today, your best for the... are you going to go with the Scraps Queen? You love her.
I think she was a little bit... I do love Ash. She'll tell you that herself as well. But I think she was a little bit quiet. Well, she was quieter today than she was yesterday. I really liked the game of Chloe Litherland, actually. I think she was quite consistent. She put really strong defensive. Didn't take the specky intercepts, but put so much pressure on that she forced errors over the baseline, and also was really strong and really hard in attack.
So the team photo being taken there by the victorious Bull Sharks.
With their little ball girls who must have come all the way from the Sunshine Coast, which is pretty awesome.
They are one happy camping team at the moment. They are actually having a wrestle there. Didn't expect to see that, but they're very pleased with their result. They're pleased with where they finished on 3rd on the ladder, and they're pleased with the momentum they take into the finals. So there's the earlier match. You guys, the Jets, took on the Cougars. You won by 4. Later tonight at 7, the match of the round, the Wildcats. No, not the match of the round, that'd be 1v2. The other match of the round, the Wildcats take on the Carina Leagues Club Tigers. Tigers, unfortunately, out of the semi-final contention. But Wildcats, I spoke to Beryl Friday. She's keen to get their momentum back into it. Here's your ladder. Jets, you go top of the table. That can't change. Brisbane Cougars can't change. Thunder can't change. They get to 99 points. The only thing that can change is how many points the Wildcats can get as opposed to how many points the Carina Leagues Club Tigers can get. Tigers win it, they can jump ahead of the Bull Sharks and get themselves off the bottom of the ladder. So, thank you for your time. My name's Dave Mills. I've been with Lucy Benjamin. That's all we wrote for this match. We have one more to go. Thank you to our sponsors, HART, Mizuno, and all the pictures being brought to you by Double Take Sports. We'll be back just before 7, and we will bring you the last game of the round. My name's Dave Mills. Bye for now, and as always, be brilliant, Brisbane.